What's up, YouTube? I don't normally do Battlefield content because I firmly believe that the game is strictly for arcade fans, and realism tends to fall by the wayside. The fake movement gamers, the ones that need mommy's attention and live in their basement until they're in their 40s, at which time they'll either suckle off the government teat, find a sucker and let them game and not work, or self-delete themselves. Those leeches. Well, aside from that, why does Battlefield 6 need some tweaks, and what specifically am I talking about? And before we get into all of that, this is my opinion, and definitely not rage bait content. I enjoy Battlefield 6 when not dealing with hyper sweats that seem to plague the casual lobbies for whatever reason they have. Most likely to troll, but who knows why trolls do what they do. There's no rhyme or reason to it. So if you're tired of the trolls and the hyper sweats in the casual lobbies, then smash that like button, sub, and leave no trolls in the comment section below. So let's move out and draw fire. First one here is going to ruffle some feathers, and I assure you it's not intentional. Vehicle balancing. Some vehicles seem impervious to damage at times, and others feel like they're marshmallows, depending on the map and game mode. I primarily run engineer class. Why? Well, because armor, especially when defending, like maps on Golmud, Cairo, and Liberation. Hell, just about any map. Why? Well, because for some reason defenders get no armor or air support until late in the match, and usually one Bradley, while attackers get one or two Bradleys, an Abrams, or a combination of the two. On Golmud, they get air support too. Now, I'm not asking to nerf the armor rating or make the RPGs one-tap on an M1 Abrams. Although hitting the treads should disable movement and require repairs. That's my opinion, of course. So what I'm asking for is defensive balancing, where the defenders get more support. You would think that setting up defenses would include anti-armor considerations, but I guess these commanders are just inept at their jobs. Second, weapon balancing. This is going to be a hot topic for any FPS game. It always will be. One thing that I recall from the devs prior to launch was that, unlike COD, they would not have a meta. And now I can't get into a match without seeing one of two guns in almost every single player's hands. The RPK LMG or the PP19 SMG. And if they're not camping, sniping, sorry, same diff. Pistols. Holy shit, the pistols. Since when did a pistol become a one-hitter quitter while rifles require 2 rounds? I understand that if rifles were one tap, then the entire match would be 8v8, sniper versus sniper the entire game. And it would just be bots trying to cap the objectives or do whatever's necessary to win the match, provided that you're playing casual. But an easy way to fix this is to allow one recon setup, meaning that the use of sniper rifles or DMRs per team would be limited to 1. So one of your 4 members would only get that capability, and no bots can use them whatsoever, ensuring team integrity and maybe reinforcing team play mechanics. Now, I know the grind for the recon class would almost come to a complete halt, but you're only allowed to play the recon class or the setup once and must wait 1 or 2 matches before using it again. And someone in your team may pass something like a token to another teammate if they elect not to play that class or setup, thereby allowing them to play it again if they choose to do so. I think that would be fair enough, wouldn't it? Mines. Now, I'm cool with the AT mines, except for one thing. Each strike should stop the vehicle, as it would probably or most likely blow up the treads and tear the road wheels to shreds. At least they could do is slow it down. Aside from that, where are the AP mines? Now, I've noticed that they're non-existent in Battlefield 6. Claymores are anti-personnel mines to a degree, but they don't operate that way that Battlefield 6 portrays them. And since defenders are nerfed with no air or armor support, now I know someone in the comments is going to point out that, a map or two has defenders getting support. But I ask you this, is it on every map? No, it's not. So I digress. I'm back to it now. Since defenders get limited or no support, it would be balancing effect if AP mines were added, maybe not specifically to the engineer class or maybe assault class, but to the menu, such as when vehicles populate. So when that gets added, you can select a type of AP mine and which point you want to set up defenses on. And they would be dispersed via either an airdrop or maybe an artillery delivery system, such as a fast cam mission. Yeah, if you know, you know. Maybe add a new vehicle to Battlefield 6, the mine layer. These vehicles actually exist, so it would be easy to add. And the adverse can be added to the M58 Miklik system for an engineer. And just a thought, I mean, they're adding naval elements, so isn't this feasible? Sliding and slide cancellation. Just get rid of this crap. Really. This is Battlefield, not crap of duty. Let the basement-dwelling, grass-averted, using mom's internet twizzle dicks have that shit over there with their farting-ass rainbow unicorns and weed-inspired camos. Because nothing says tactical like all that bullshit. Am I right? Damn, Call of Duty's fallen. And it's not even recognizable to its roots. Such a shame. Anyway, here's why I say this. Has anyone tried to slide in gravel? It doesn't end well. And over rocks and boulders? Come on now, I know it's an arcade shooter, but for fuck's sake, that shit has got to go. Let Enders cry in his mom's closet as he tries on her dresses. Dahmer-looking motherfucker anyway. Now don't get me started on the realism of jump shots. I don't have the time or energy for that discussion. I really don't. So I'll just move along. All in all, it's more of a movement game with guns rather than a gun game with movement. The focus is on movement for some odd reason, and like again, this is not COD, children's online daycare. Well, what are we supposed to do? Well, we're supposed to just have fun. I get it, it's just a game, and it's not meant by any means or stretch of the imagination to mirror real-life combat. However, some tweaks and adjustments could go a long way and make the game even more fun, for the casuals, because that is where the massive majority of gaming community is. It's not the ultra-sweaty basement trolls or the Adderall-addicted streamers. It's the average 9-to-5 people out there making money at an actual job that play for an hour or two a day or more on the weekends, between lawn care and barbecues. As for me, well, I'm retired active duty. I can afford to sit on my ass if I so desire. And it's why I only do a video a week, sometimes less. So I'm going to go ahead and close out. I would like to express gratitude for the followers of this rather small channel. And Battlefield 6 is a fun game, even if it had a somewhat rocky start. And the roadmap, well, it looks really good, and eventually we'll get to have more fun out of it in the long run. Again, I'd like to thank all of you who made it this far and ask you for a like, a sub, and to leave your comments below. It helps, and thanks again. All right, noobs, as always, be good at it. I'm out of here.